Today I'm making sweet potato and chickpeas with a creamy sauce. Healthy and super delicious.
Grab 2 medium to large size sweet potatoes, give them a light scrub while rinsing them under cold water.
And pat them dry.
I'm using 1 can of chickpeas. I rinsed the chickpeas really well under some cold water and drained them.
A handful of cilantro, or you could use parsley, arugula, 1 Roma tomato, or you could use cherry tomatoes, 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked paprika and sea salt with some black pepper. Now the creamy sauce.
1 can of chickpeas that I have rinsed with cold water and drained.
3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a pinch of sea salt, and some fresh black pepper. Grab 2 large potatoes. Slice the potato in half, lengthwise. Bake the potatoes in a preheated oven at 415 degrees Fahrenheit. Add your potatoes cut side down on a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. Once they're sliced, we'll be placing them to bake in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. Add your potatoes cut side down on a baking tray that's lined with parchment paper. Place the sliced potatoes face down onto the tray. Before placing our potatoes into the oven, we're going to drizzle a bit of olive oil over top each potato.
Let's sprinkle a little bit of sea salt over top of these sweet potatoes.
While we're roasting our potatoes, let's grab a large frying pan and the 1 can of our rinsed and drained chickpeas, and over medium heat we're going to dry roast our chickpeas for about 3 minutes. Our chickpeas should be looking pretty dry at this point. After they're dry, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of the extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of the smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and a pinch of sea salt, some black pepper, and we're going to stir this up. Once our chickpeas are all coated and everything's combined, we can just turn off the heat and let it sit. Next step is making our creamy, delicious sauce. We're going to add the 1 can of the rinsed chickpeas. Place that into the food processor. Now we're going to add our garlic. I added 3 to 4, some fresh lemon juice. Add the 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and we're going to season it with a pinch of sea salt and some black pepper.
Once we've added all our ingredients and we've seasoned our chickpeas, let's pop the lid on and blend this. Halfway through, we're going to remove the lid and add about half a cup of cold water. Place the lid back on and continue to blend until smooth. Or if you'd like it, I'd like it a little bit thicker, but it's up to you.
Now let's check on our sweet potatoes. They've been roasting for about 40 minutes now, and at this point they should be just perfect. You can always tell if they're perfectly roasted by just piercing them with a toothpick. Set your potatoes aside to cool, and we're going to start chopping our cilantro. I'm going to slice my tomato in half. You can use cherry tomatoes as well. Once your sweet potatoes are cool enough to handle, we're going to start assembling our dish. Using a fork, we're going to gently mash down on the sweet potato so we can add our dry roasted chickpeas on top. Once we've finished adding our dry roasted chickpeas, place a few of the sliced tomatoes onto the plate. Give the sauce a quick stir and add a few spoonfuls onto your sweet potatoes and chickpeas.
delicious, yummy, and healthy, and super easy to make with only a few simple ingredients. Enjoy!